knock on wood, we actually are slated to get update 39 this coming week. So time to dip back in and just kind of do little bits of prep and setup. So I'm gonna do some stuff to get more embers of enchantment, get closer to the cap, things like that, so that I can get any pieces of fill-in gear that I identify that I'm missing. So this particular character here needs to get a few more Umbari Tam so I can do my weekly turn-in and change out some general city currency for embers. I'm going to go ahead and start there. Run the Lore Master through the bounties here and then out into the hunting camp and do some of those. Let's see. Make sure I actually have my food buffs running, because that kind of helps. And in the meantime, go get 'em, kitty. Hopefully I can leave the... Okay, good. The Runekeeper got a tag in. Saw that this person showed up a little late compared to me getting here, so I just wanted to make sure that the Salamander didn't get killed before they could get in and get credit. I see them down there zapping something else. Apparently they're just going to hold the beach. So what the heck. We'll help them take care of that. And then send the kitty into the grab. Yes, I will happily waste Murder of Crows on the crab just to get that particular one taken care of. I mean, we have cooldown abilities for a reason. Things definitely go quicker when you've got a zappy Runekeeper adding in DPS to the cat. Because the kitty does put out a significant amount of damage, but having an actual DPS spec PC, just icing on that cake. I think the person that we just saw running past had just finished killing the bird, so it looks like we've got a bit of a wait here. But it will be really nice if we actually truly do get update 39 and our instances this coming week, as Cord hinted at. Because it will be really good to have something to do, new gear to get, etc. There's been a distinct drought and reliance on doing these kind of, oh, you're doing the same shit week in, week out. Just keep repeating. And I don't mind some grind, but give us interesting things to do. There's our bird. Do the more master things, and then kitty healed, and zap. So finishing these will give me some more embers as well as more Umbari Tam. Right now I've got 76 out of the 100 that I need for my turn in. Okay, Proto Tree is down. Stop and get the palm branches just on the off chance that I get a red sea stone from them. No such luck. But I mean, it was right there, so it doesn't hurt to at least check.
It's a fine day indeed. Fair winds to you. Hoi. Hoi.
Okay,
Fair
turn
winds
the
to
last one in. That gets up to 3,139 embers, so getting back up. And it leaves me one Umbari Tam short of my 100 that I need to turn in to flip those into being embers, because you can do that once a week. Which means
Greetings, kind
I'm
traveler.
gonna go to Jack's Fanal. And the reason I'm bouncing to Jack's Fanal rather than one of my usual haunts like Halrax, etc., is that here I can land at the beach, because this is the boat travel, but right up in here I can switch to horse travel, because that's how I want to conveniently get into the city so that I can get to the correct gate.
Free city at last!
Because if you take the boat into the city, you end up right here, kind of central to the city, but there's no stable anywhere near you. Whereas if you ride in, you can take this stable master all the way to the stable master over here and be
Good day to you, traveler.
more or less where you need to be for the quick ride out to the hunting camp. So it's just a lot more convenient of a point A to point B to point C. So I'm gonna stop out here, kill some crocs and some crabs and some boars and some cows. Which again is back on that, daily, weekly, etc. grind, but this actually is doing it with a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel showing through, in that it can probably legitimately be called prepping for the dungeons, because we should have those coming up. So it's not just kind of aimless gear prep.
What news has come in with the tide? There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
And burn through as many of these guys who are all right around the same area as I can. Don't know where that croc thought he was going. Don't think you're supposed to go all the way up into the camp there. Almost done with crocs already, just need a couple more, so I'm kind of focusing on crabs. The crocodiles are plentiful out here. So I think I accidentally just nuked a rabbit. That'll happen. Okay, so that is all of my crocs. So I'm going to pick up some cows and boars on my way to the crab concentration. There's a crab. Sort of a crab of opportunity, so to speak. Do wish this character's mining was high enough to take those, but no such luck. I need to actually backfill a lot of this character's trade skills that aren't tailoring. So it would be nice to be able to collect current resources. Crocodiles and crocodiles. There we go, there's a boar. And you were boar number 5. And here's boar number 6. And I'm just going to let the cat do it while I collect some branches here. Be a good lore master. Let the pet do all the work for you and just take the credit at the end. Cat finished the boar off by the time I finished chopping wood. Oh, here's going to be a twofer. So, let's see, do I see any crabs? Yep, there's a crab down in here. Come here. And the crocodile apparently decided it did not want itself any piece of the cat, which is probably for the better for it. Almost done with boars already. Is something stealthed around here, but I think I passed it already. There's probably a lion over this way. Because again, they love to hang out in stealth there. And now we should have a nice little crab spot here. I think this was one up here. Did I see a crab? Nope, but I did see my last boar. Okay, there's boar number 12 down. That's the crab I was seeing. This little scuttling guy. He's sneaky. But he still counts. Okay, 4 more crabs, so those should be easy to pick up once I get past the crocs. Go ahead and just take big guy here, because again, he counts. That was 11, so this dude here is going to be number 12. And we get a bonus, because this guy just decided he had to jump in. And it went poorly for him, but what do you expect? So pop over to the other side of the road here real quick and take care of getting some buffalo. There we go. Always good when the kitty can basically 1- and 2-shot mobs. That's when you know stuff is going right. there's a lone cow all the way by itself over here on the other side of the road. This is not a cow spot. We'll just clean this one up because clearly it being here was a mistake. So that is 8 of 12 for our cows. Three more, and I should be able to pick up several of them right outside the hunter camp itself. So rather than going all the way up through here and getting more and more sidetracked and away from the quest turning, I'm just going to head back over towards the hunter camp and get them right on the other side of the road there. No red sea stone. Oh well. Again, worth a shot, because it was right there. And you're a cow of opportunity. So here will be buffalo number 11. And I should easily be able to find number 12 on the other side of the road. Moving in this direction so I don't get further and further away, sidetracked away from the camp. And that is 12 of 12, so I got 4 to turn in here. Each of which should give me some number of the Zumbari Town. So that gives me the 100 that I need to turn in, and this guy here will actually let me complete that quest.
Good day to you, traveler.
So 100 tam for 500 embers of enchantment. Pretty good deal.
Umbar is
don't
a
think I actually
free
need any
city
more.
at last.
Might you spare a moment? There is much to be done, and there are hands by which to do it.
This character just doesn't have a huge stash of the Umbari Tam, largely because I haven't done a bunch of the side questing and things like that as I've gone through the Shield Isles and Umbar. And that's where you build up a lot of your just kind of general stash of those. Uncheck all those extra tracked objectives, that's better. But this character, I think, is ready to put their gear back in shared storage. Yeah, we'll just mark that. There we go. Losing track of where my town services was. Alright, there we go. All my light armor will pieces stashed. And for the moment, I'm going to park them at my house so that they're ready to collect the ingredient crates next time. And probably bounce to the champ and do these as well, because I don't think I've done the Hunter's Camp quests on him today. But I'll check and see what his timer's like. If Lotro decides to let me switch characters. There we go. It's going to be really interesting to see when Update 39 goes live, how the instance servers hold up to a bunch of people flooding in groups. Of course, we also have been basically having very little to do that's not running delvings and things like, delvings and missions, and those also hit the instance servers, so not sure how much worse it's going to be. Yeah, it is always kind of funny when you get that kind of dramatic fade in like that, right? All right, so take this character out to the Hunter's Camp. And I think I've got either a travel skill or a milestone skill that puts me next to one of the horses, which just makes that easier. No, I play on the Landreval server. I know Arkenstone has a bit bigger of a grouping and endgame scene. But Landy's been my home for many years now. So hopefully my Hunter's Camp is reset on this character. Let's take a look. Do I see quest rings? I see quest rings.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
And did I leave this character gear? Yes, I did. Good. It's already been done.
Might you spare a moment?
Somebody else here killing crocs.
Might you spare a moment?
Yeah, you've got the lore tie-in to the Arkenstone and the dwarfs. Totally makes sense. I originally, actually, I can't say originally because I played on a few different servers. But I came to Landreval largely just because the community scene here is really big. And so it's one of the servers where things like, musical events tend to take place and things like that. So it's slightly smaller population and less focused on running end game and things like that than Arkenstone is. Arkenstone is kind of the unofficial server that people run a lot of that stuff on, but this is the one where it's kind of like you tend to know people here. But Arkenstone is a great server. A lot of people play there. Bloodborne plays there. Yeah, just gonna kind of run around murdering everything that is a quest objective. Oh, let me go ahead and fix that. Hang on. OBS every once in a while likes to mess with stuff. Let's see if it messed with the audio ducking. Oh, yeah. OBS decided to reset all my volume sliders. Is that better, I hope? Yeah, I just looked over and everything in the audio column was set all the way back to defaults as opposed to the balanced stuff that I had worked out previously. That'll happen. At least it didn't do the Windows update thing of resetting all of your sources back to default. Because that's really fun when Windows Update decides to do that. I don't want to spend too much time in the reeds down here, just because crocodiles are the easiest of these mobs to get, because there's so many of them and they're all easy to find. Crabs are really more of my priority in this general area. Crocs are the ones you can get pretty much any place around here. So I'm just going to go a little bit further downriver or upriver. Not sure which way this is flowing. Okay, I'm going upriver. I'm going to go further upriver here because there's a whole concentration of crabs up here. Plus boars and bison to pick off along the way. Ah, stealth lions. Bad kid. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's boar. And let's detour up here and get a few more cows and boars while I'm here. Save me some backtracking later. Plus, always mining. Never hurts to have more of the current ore, because any kind of crafting you do is just going to chew through that. This crab is way further inland than it belongs, so I'm just going to take care of that real quick. It's a public service. So that was 9 out of 12 on the crocs. Let's pick up my last couple crocs here real quick. Get that out of the way. Oh, I get a twofer here. Croc and a crab. And this should be my last croc. And after that, 6 more crabs. And I should find a whole patch of them wandering around this general area. I'm going to be really happy when we got something to do other than this. When we get the get our dungeons next week, hopefully. I'm not 100% putting my stock in that actually coming true, because, well, this is Lotro, things happen. But I'm going to at least halfway plan for it. Bad Stealth Kitty. So I did not get quite the concentration of crabs I was expecting there. I wonder if the hunter that was going through before me was on a crab binge. That is entirely possible. So let's see if I can pick up my last few down here. I'll go ahead and just pull the big guy. Maybe that'll give another couple crabs a chance to respawn. Alright, let's see. Crabs, crabs, crabs. Boy, usually this little plateau up here above the named crab is good for at least 3 or 4, so yeah, somebody must have come through here and cleaned them out. I mean, yeah, a lot of the time it is, but in this particular case, I kind of need them to be around so that I can kill them, so that there can be a new absence of crabs. It's a vicious cycle kind of thing. So I'll just pop up here real quick and take care of some boar and buffalo while I'm waiting for crab respawns. Oddly, I am almost finished with buffalo, and that's usually the last one that I finish. And this kitty decided it wanted to try and join the party, and no. Bad kitty. And the This should be my last buffalo, I think. Yep, last buffalo. So I need a few more boars and some crabs. So I'm going to take a quick peek back across the road here, see if the crabs have respawned. First thing I run into is a boar, so bad luck, Mr. Boar. I do see crab up ahead, so we're starting to get respawns, that's good. Alright, that was crab 10, so I'll take the named guy again for crab 11. One more crab and I see him up ahead here. At this point, I can just pick off some boar, because I need 3 more boar. So I will just head back towards the camp and pick off boar as I see them along the way. See, now this plateau has respawned with all the crabs I was looking for earlier, of course. See a boar up here, so I'm just going to go ahead and nab him real quick. Get jumped by a stealth lion on the way. And that'll happen. And one last boar, and that's all of my bounties. Or Hunter's Camp dailies, not bounties. Quick sidetrack to mine, and then right out and turn these guys in. See where that leaves me. And swap mounts to something just a little bit quicker. If I don't get stuck in a tree. Again, the great enemy of war steeds is Lotro's inherent server lag. It just gets magnified by anything that's moving quickly.
Might you spare a moment?
Might you spare a moment? Do you have need of something?
Alright, that knocks those out. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, there we go. Got a weekly mission wrapper that's 3 away from finishing. And the any tier of delving is 5 away from finishing. So both of those can be pretty easily knocked out. Let's see what I have left. I'll bounce back to the Bloody Eagle. Let's see what's left in there. Because it would be nice to have those 2 wrappers taken care of as well for the week. Let's see, we'll
Might
do
you
cut
spare a
above.
moment?
Because all I need to actually do for the wrapper that I've got currently going on is run this at a delving level. So tier 1 is just fine for that, which is barely even a delving. Tier 1s, you can basically just run through and blow stuff up exactly like you'd be doing a regular mission, not have to actually treat it like a delving in general. But there is the weekly wrapper to do 15 delvings of any difficulty. So running T1s is a great way to get quick, cheap progress on that one. Who's still shooting me? You guys are still shooting me. Yeah, nice quick wrap. Somebody in LFF chat looking for some level 50 dungeons. I don't think I'm going to throw my name into the hat for that. I think that would be a little silly.
Do you have need of something?
All this stuff up here in the top row is crap I've got to sort through.
Do you have need of something?
And there should be a couple over from this mission giver that I can do here.
News has come in with the tide.
Dark Treasure is a good one to swap over to Yellow Line for. Quick spec swap gives me all of my AoE attacks, and this place is just a bunch of clustered enemies, so bring the right spec for the right job. It's like all these areas up here where there's just handfuls of Corsairs. Kind of exactly what a Yellow Line champion is made for. This should give me some ghosts. And bye-bye ghosties. And take care of the very angry pirate lady who wants me not to steal the treasure, but I'm sorry, it's mine now. And one more wrapped.
Might you spare a moment? Might you spare a moment?
Let's see, there we go. Delving chest. Open them just to make sure they don't rot. And what else do you have?
What news
Natural
has come in
disaster.
with the
There's
cry?
another quick one. And this will be when I go back to Red Line 4. Because largely I'm fighting 1s and 2s. And again, in Tier 1, you don't really need to do any particular strategy or cleansing corruptions or anything like that. It's really just walk through, hit mobs really hard, collect at the end. But that's what this particular wrapper is for. Which is good because it gives things like brand new 150s the ability to start using this wrapper to get stuff to gear themselves and make a bit of progress before they get to the point where they can start doing the wrapper for the Tier 6 Plus weeklies. It's just that when you are geared like that, now it means that you can basically just set these things to cakewalks and go through and get that wrapper done. Right, I got 2 more. There they are. And of course, they're walking away from each other, so let me see if I can bring them together. And now I'll just go spawn the big tree, which usually involves finding this patch here and running through it. Gonna run around a bit until he spawns. And go meet the scout. Dang it, sprint's not off cooldown yet. Gotta run the whole way the slow way.
There is much to be done and fewer hands by which to do it. Might you spare a moment?
Okay, so that wraps the weekly mission. And just leaves the any tier of delvings at 13 of 15. So let's see if there's anything else I actually want to run here. And that's a bunch of nope. So, what else does that give me? I'll go take a look back at... So I think I went through Klager before. But I don't remember what character I ran through there on. It would be nice if I can get just the 2 more any tiers done. But I might have not left myself really anything good left. We can do Terrible Turtle Trouble.
Stay a moment.
Because that's a good one to swap into yellow for. Oh, well, crud, I've already done... Apparently I did play this guy after today's reset more than I thought, because I have already done all my delvings for the day on him. So, I don't think I have any more general X number of missions. Yeah, I just have Delving Quest left, and apparently I ran a bunch earlier, so forgetting what character I ran stuff on, that's kind of classic. So I'm just going to bounce out of this and call this guy good for now. And what I will do instead Because I know that I have not run my captain through anything today. So make sure I open everything that would otherwise rot. Okay, good. Nothing here is set to expire. And I'm going to put all of my might gear back in the bank. Really need to put these in the correct spots. Love shared storage. It is absolutely worth its weight in gold. But this should let me make some progress on the captain now. Waiting for Lotro to catch up. And there is the program trying to decide if it's going to crash or not. Gonna wait out the Lotro white screen and see what we get. Hopefully it decides it's going to come back to life. So far it is still staying at not responding, so we'll see. There we go. This captain, I'm fairly certain I have not done anything with since the last reset. So should have plenty of runway here. In theory, at least. Also in need of a inventory purge, but most of my characters are right now, other than my champ. So that's nothing new. So that should be all set up with my good gear there. Swap back over to my red line standard. Let's see what I got in the quest log. So yeah, weekly wrappers have a lot of runway on them. Oh yeah. Got plenty of stuff. Oh, apparently I pulled the bounties on this character at some point, but didn't go out and finish them. I'm just guessing that I probably pulled bounties and then ended up running instances instead. So I'm gonna head over to the salamander and see if anybody's on their way here or already here. Like so far not. Oh, and it would also help if after switching to red line I did the smart thing and switched my weapon. No, crazy things like actually having your LI for your spec. I know who actually does that. Uses gear for the spec that they're in. Salamander, can you please not stand in me? It's a little weird. Let's see how the crab goes. Be nice if I picked up some company out here by the time I got to the crab. But apparently no such luck. Make sure I actually get time and need rolling, because I always forget that. Okay, that one got cut a little close. I probably should have used a health potion. But that'll happen. I also realized that just kind of out of old habit I was using Revealing Mark rather than Noble Mark. For soloing, Noble Mark I still think is superior because it has the damage reduction as well as the 3% heal, rather than the AoE 2% heal with no damage reduction. but I never claim to be smart or good at things. I just push buttons here. And Shadows Limit should finish him off. And kind of funny, finishing that guy finished my Beast Slayer base deed there. So I guess he counts as one of the general deed mobs too. Not gonna argue. Keep up your bleeds as a captain every time they look like they're going to fall off. Because again, most redline cappies, you got at least some of your bleeds spec'd to be improved. This particular captain build, I have a lot of improved bleed in. So that ends up being a lot of my damage that's not coming from my archer. So if you're spec'd for that and then you let them fall off or don't put them on in the first place, oops. And nobody's at the tree either. So I think I just kind of entirely mistimed this island bounty run as far as getting other people, because all of the bounties here, nobody else was at. Again, I really wish the tree wouldn't decide that it has to just stand like on top of me. Hitboxes are a thing. You can be a little bit further away. That would be fine. Yeah, this character, I don't mind picking up the stray beastie that tries to attack, mainly because, again, haven't finished the advanced Beast Slayer deed out here, so it's still progress towards that Slayer deed. And this character also can use all of the virtue XP and help that they can get.
It is a fine day indeed. Hoy.
Okay, so that gets me all of the bounties run.
It is a fine day indeed.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. Hit the Dock Master for Jack's Finale.
say to you, traveler?
And yeah, definitely have some stuff I need to clear. That is also one of the nice thing about those bounty quests out there is they give you these greater potions, which as of right now, I have not found a crafting recipe for the greater, only for the regular potions. So I think this is the only actual reliable source for those, is just getting them as rewards.
Fair winds to you.
And let's see what I've got for the hunting camp. Has this character even actually been out to the hunting camp? Which I might not have been. So this might literally be starting them through the hunting camp. In which case I will end up getting an absolute ton of Umbari Tam, which doesn't suck. So I got 179 right now. Okay, yeah, I think these are all just the starter.
May the seas be calm and the winds fair.
Go ahead and turn in 100 of those for
Over
500
to the
ember
free
right now.
city at last.
And do my starter
Fair
hunter
winds
camp
to you.
quests. So first thing that it gives you here is a million. Run around and talk to each of these people to get them to ask you to do things. So like half of these are just spawn other. Well, talk to somebody else and find out what they want. So much running around.
What news has come in with the tide? What news has come in with the tide? Might you spare a moment?
And they're really, really curious what news has come in with the tide. They're going to ask you multiple times in different tones of voice.
Do you have need of something?
So all of this setup here basically has to just kind of be run through to get everybody talked to the appropriate number of times and get them all on the same page as to what they need killed. Even though we know the answer to that is everything. They need everything killed. Some of these are repeatable and some of them are one time. Good, I got plenty of quest log room. So initially I'm going to focus on just the repeatable quests.
Do you have need of something?
See, 80 million go talk to this asshole quests. They're all standing right in a group here. They should be able to coordinate what they actually need me to do. But no.
To spare a moment. There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it. But news has come in with the tide. There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it. Might you spare a moment?
This stuff will absolutely ruin your quest log if you don't have it free
What news has come in?
when you come out here.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it. What news has come in with the tide? Might you spare a moment?
But
There is much to be done.
all of these various quests out here only 4 of them end up being the actual repeatable ones that are the dailies that count towards this weekly wrapper here.
You traveler.
So I'm going to go ahead and accept the weekly wrapper quest just to make sure that I get the credit for these. And initially I'm going to focus on taking care of the stuff that gets me the weekly progress, because that's where I'm going to get those embers. And I should actually use some food. This character, I know it looks terrible, but I am actually just using up primarily like Gundabad and before various foodstuffs and scrolls. And to a large extent, that's because I don't run this captain, especially on Redline, through stuff that tends to be terribly rough compared to others. And also because Captain just has a little bit more of that self-sufficiency than a lot of other classes do. So I don't have to worry quite so much about things like stat buffs when I've got item. Some other folks out here hunting. I'm kind of wondering if the news about actually having a potential upcoming release date for U39 has more people coming back in and doing the same kind of getting ready that I'm doing here. People doing a little bit of the scrambling to make sure that stuff they had half done is actually ready to go, kind of thing. So I will generally leave Crocs to those, to that pair of those out there running. I'll go ahead out and take some buffalo and boar up here. Because again, I can always come back and get more Crocs. I think they are potentially the single most numerous resource out here as far as your mobs go. And again, because this is this character's first time running through the Hunter Camp quests, even for the mobs that I'm killing for those weekly quests, I'm getting a lot of progress on the non-weekly one-time quests, so I will still be finishing more than the 4 quests with all the kills that I get here. Those just won't be the ones that I get to keep doing over and over again. And yes, I do use get to in this context facetiously. There's a boar. Start getting some more of these guys. And I'll take the crocodile just because he was right here when I came down to see if I could find any crabs. Oh, dang, I think those guys down there nabbed the crab that I was eyeing. Well, let's take some more up here. Yeah, they are definitely popping crabs. And they have way more range damage than I do. Yeah, I think Crab Plateau got pretty much cleared out. Which isn't surprising. I think those two basically are out here doing the same things I'm doing, more or less, and they came in with range damage characters, so what you gonna do? I will still get my crabs. Don't think there's any more crabs off that way, so I'm going to start circling back around this way. Should be able to pick up some boars and buffalo on this side of the road. So buffalo was almost done. Boar's coming close at least. There is a stealth lion up there. I'm just going to go ahead and ignore that and come back down this way, see if I can find some crabs. I'm just seeing crocs so far. Just Doesn't hurt to come back and get the ones I need, but really nice to have crabs. There's the named one again, but again, still counts. Yeah, sadly that is only my 5th crab, showing that I just have not had the luck up here on the plateau this go around. But starting to get respawns. And I don't see the duo that was out here earlier killing them. So hopefully I'll be able to basically call dibs on this next spawn set. Guy just kind of wandered up to say hello. Yeah, this is better. Almost done with buffalo on that one. That is 11 of 14. The daily quests are basically all 12s, but the lead-in quests that aren't repeatable have all sorts of numbers all over the place. So some of them are 14, some of them are 8. They're just kind of a whole mishmash. I'm gonna dip back this way before I go too far out, just to see if the crab plateau gives me another respawn or 3. So I'm done with all the quests around crocs. So I see the names down there. And once again, just sort of let the archer be the star of the show. I'll let her do her thing, and I'll just back her up. Okay, 2 more crabs. And coincidentally, 2 crabs right here. Okay, that takes care of all my crabs. Let's take a look. Where do I stand on boars? That should be my last boar. Excellent. So now I just need to take a look at where I am on water buffalo. Definitely need to keep doing some more buffalo. So I need 2 more buffalo to finish the buffalo haunches, the non-repeatable one. And that should be easy enough to do. Basically pick them up outside the hunter's camp or on my way to it. Like this one right here. Sorry, ma'am, you are unlucky. And yeah, don't need boar for anything else other than Slayer deed progression, so I'm going to ignore them. And here'll be the last buffalo. Alright, so now I have about 1,000,000 quests to turn in back at the camp. But I think I'm going to get there and then do some really quick inventory management first, because I think I kind of got a bit of a wreck going on. Well, no, it could be worse. I'm going to be really, really happy when we get to see what instance gear we have, so I can start just getting rid of or stashing away at least some of the gear that I have here, which does remind me. Some of these that I'm not actually using currently on any sets. I should hide in here to decide what to do with later. Well, actually, I know I have those. I have those because they have outgoing healing rating on them for when I'm blue captaining. But on the other hand, these legs should have been sold a long time ago. So where are they? Oily furs. There we go. That kind of semi or mostly junky item level 491 gear you get from running the current instances we have does not need to be kept unless you've got an alt that really needs it.
What news has come in with the tide?
Alright, so this is going to give me a whole good handful of gifts of and Umbari Tam.
What news has come in with the tide?
Plus now I can start doing the dailies, because I think I get to do them twice today, technically. Even though the first set I don't believe counts, like a clause for excitement here. Don't think that that is going to... Oh, that one did. Good.
Do you have need of something? Do you have need of something? There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
Do you have need of something?
Might you spare a moment? Do you have need of something? Do you
That's
have
all of the, like, kill the named one and stuff. Which I'm not going to go out of my way to do. But this gives me the dailies for buffalo, boar, and crocodile. It's kind of interesting. Crab you kind of already got. But buffalo, boar, and crocodile, you have to complete the lead-ins first to get. I see you sneaking through the reeds here. Well, this lets me get a good chunk of prep done on this character as well, which will be nice, because they're definitely not going to be the first or probably even the second character that I take through new instances. Maybe not even the third, because that might be the Lore Master third. That kind of remains to be seen. But they definitely are going to be going in. So it would be nice if they have a good head start. Alright, that is all my crocs. Now on to finish some boar and buffalo real quick. That board just was not interested in me in the slightest. Which, you know, I get. Hey, welcome on in. Good to see you. If I remember right, I saw you in the Static Group Live RPG bracket stream the other night. I am just out here doing some prep work, kind of getting some of these quests out of the way to build up some currency and get things ready for when, knock on wood, we get update 39 and our new dungeons next week. Hopefully not being delayed. It'll be interesting to see what shape they get released in, because they were a bit buggy by a lot of reports when they were up on Bull Roar, which is the test server. But hopefully that's been smoothed out at this point, and we get a relatively usable launch. Mostly what I'm interested in up front are the 3-mans and the 6-man. The raid, I have the suspicion that probably I'm going to end up pugging that one to start with, just because I don't think our kin has 12 150s that play regularly enough and would want to do that right off the jump. but we'll see. I know that for a few of us who play in my kin, our alts make up a large part of our level 150 roster. Look at the roster and you see, oh yeah, there's a bunch of 150s. Oh yeah, well 5 of those are stands, bunch of those are galore. So it can trick you a bit. Ooh, I wonder if I can get a tag in on this real quick before that brawler kills it. And that's always the danger out here. Jumped by stealth lions. Thankfully, again, even in red line, the captain is still pretty dang hardy. See if I can get all these into one place here. And drop the big stun. Poor, poor buffalo. Okay, I think I still need boar. Yep. So my last boar to get. So cross the road, pick up the buffalo I need, and then I should be good. Okay, and again, I know that the archer is cooler than me, but can you please at least acknowledge my presence and pretend that I'm a danger before you and just immediately peel off and take the archer? Like, it hurts me. Yeah, I don't need the Crocs at all anymore. Boar and boar. Oh, buffalo up here. So I need 2 more buffalo and then I am done with the camp for the moment. He headbutt stunned me right as I killed him. Okay, so that is my last buffalo, which means I can get back on the road here and head back to the hunter's camp. And how am I doing on TAM? I'm at 115 or 117. So even before turning these in, I have enough to do next week's turn in as well, to just keep turning those into embers, which will be good, because I am terrible at remembering to do all the quests on characters. Okay,
news has come
Sure,
in with the
ore
tide.
hunting. And then go turn in my croc hunting. If I can make the easy jump over that little spot.
What news has come in with the tide? There is much to be done, and fewer hands.
Okay, solid. So that puts me back up to 128. So good spot. And let's see. Bunch of rep items to use. All of these I can safely ignore for the next while. So I may or may not come back in and finish all of the non-repeatable Hunter's Quest ones, but they're the ones that take you all the way up through the northern part here, doing like searching for nests and feathers and gems and spiders and all that. Whereas the 4 weekly ones you get, the repeatables, are all basically along the riverbank here. You can do them. So a lot of times I like to just do those. So let's see, what am I looking like on my other weeklies? 6 of 15 for a mission wrapper, 7 of 15 for the any tier, and 3 of 10 for the tier 6. So I will probably just cherry pick a few of these. Drop into the Bloody Eagle and do a couple in there real quick. Oh, before I do that though, I need to check how close am I to capping writs. Okay, 4,400, so I've still got some room to breathe there. So Beast of Belphilus is a good one to run as a tier 6 because it is a very controllable scenario here. I have food buffs and refresh my hope token. Oh yeah, that was a good while ago. There was definitely a a difference in how seriously some of us took it compared to others. Let us say, and you could definitely tell that in who tended to die more than other groups. Yeah, this is largely my home MMO, so to speak. Oh, you guys just want to put down all the bad on the ground. Annoying rockworms. Okay, I think I need to turn plugin manager. There we go. I really should put that on the hotkey. Turn this back on in here, just so I can more easily keep track of my debuffs. Like Stab at the, I'm not terribly worried about. It's just going to basically tick down and then do a bit of damage. but I have enough damage mitigation that that doesn't worry me. And this one, it is easier just to take care of these wanderers here before taking out the big guy. But the big guy came anyway. Of course. That'll happen. Oh, you know what? I've been missing a key buff basically this entire time. I did not have my red captain extra damage stance on. Don't tell anybody. I'm supposed to actually be somewhat good at this game, like a little bit, but clearly that's a fail. I mean, I could use the excuse that I've been playing Blue Captain a lot, and so just forgot to turn it back on after I switched over to Red, but that was basically just a complete lapse of remembering.
What news has come in with the tide? What news has come in with the tide?
Okay, did I get anything good in my delving box? Probably not. Nope, housing items. What else here is good? Taste for crab. We'll do taste for crab.
And fewer hands by which to do it.
I tend to cherry pick what I run at tier 6. Just to the ones that I know are in general controllable as far as your setup for the fights. And also that heavily depends on what the day's malices are. Like today it's stab at thee, which is going to tick down and then boom for a bit of damage, as well as clutch of flies, which are all of those ground effects that spawn annoying, basically damage over time insect swarms the longer you stand in them. So it's not a bad set of malices, and it's not an explicitly anti-melee set of malices, which some combos of that can absolutely come up in delvings. There are definitely malice combos that you can roll where it's just like, nope, I'm not doing any high-level melee today. No, just ignore me and go straight for the archer. It's cool. My feelings aren't hurt at all. I'll just be over here. Watching as you determine that my NPC helper is more of a threat than I am. So they just really want to put down a lot of puddles today. Come on, get off the cleanse. There we go. Much better. Those are the times when I actually have to watch my cleanses, is when I just have multiple of those things sitting there ticking on me, like lacerations and stab at thee and the clutch of flies. That's when all those little dots just start adding up. Yep, I got food going still. So I'm good for another pull or two before I check buffs. Yeah, these guys are being really quick with the clutches of flies. Normally you can get in at least a swing or three before they start dropping those. But these guys, they're just aiming to make my life difficult today. Okay, this should be the last trap I have to empty. Now out comes the big mama crab. Give the archer a red mark for some extra damage to start. And there we go. And yes, my archer does significantly more damage than I do. I fully understand that they are cooler than I am. Oh, that is D-Man. So even though I'm not on a kin character, gonna stop in wave. One of our Bayornings.
Might you spare a moment? What news has come in with the tide?
And again, nothing particularly good. And do natural disaster here.
There is much to be done and fewer hands by which to do it.
Set this to tier 6 and get rolling. First off, do I need to refresh any buffs? I need to do my cooked food. And now to go engage in a little deforestation. guys really want to put the clouds of flies down right on top of them to make them hard to see. That is just not cool, dude. Yeah, there we go. I absolutely get where you're coming from on that. It is 150 levels of stuff to do, and it's not necessarily linear in that fashion either, in the sense that through multiple of those level ranges, you can either go to this zone or this zone or that zone. So there's a lot to do within various level ranges as well. That is very much one of the kind of oh god things about long running MMOs is looking at starting fresh, you're just like, holy crap, there's 80 million things to go chew through. And that is, you know, any old MMO, anything that's gone honestly more than 5 or 6 years, I think is a thing. That is very much a barrier for people looking in from the outside, unless the game has catch-up or streamlining type mechanics, is if I start now, what all do I have to do before I get to the things I'm seeing other people do? Like, I can level characters fairly quickly even without using an actual boost, because I have a lot of resources at my disposal. I know the game, etc., etc. So it is a very different experience for me to start a new alt than it is for somebody coming into the game totally fresh. There's a lot of people who would be more than happy to help, kind of onboard or, give advice, help run through stuff, etc. But a lot of it's just like, yeah, man, there's a crap load of stuff to chew through. A nice thing there is that Lotro is not a game where the focus for the average player is top down. Where's my interrupt? What character even am I playing? Obviously not the one that had their interrupt where I was just looking for it. Let's see if I can survive this. I let him get the whirlwind off, but the archer can eat some of that. It is a nice thing about the archer being way cooler than I am as a character, is that things like that whirlwind there are going to focus on the archer and not me, and if they die I can just resummon them. But a nice thing about Lotro is that if you're not coming at it from the approach that I do, which is, like a lot of us, we've been playing the game for a decade or more. So, I tend to focus on the higher level content just because I have done the journey through the rest of the levels way more than somebody coming fresh or who hasn't played as often. But the real focus on Lotro is the journey, not the getting there. So, when I complain about a lot of things, come on, can you at least pretend to pay attention to me for a swing or two before you just go straight for the archer? My feelings are hurt here. But so for folks like me, who are more end game focused or more high level focused, we are very much not the norm in the content. there's way more content that is the just take your time and enjoy going through the I let him get off another whirlwind. Okay, Archer, please take out the whirlwind. I said, Archer, please take out the whirlwind. You are seriously going to make me actually potion? Seriously. But yeah, there's very much not an emphasis on rushing to get to level 150 to do stuff, unless you're running with a, very particular crowd, or it's your, 8th level cap character, like a kind of the scenario I tend to sit at. So there being a lot of stuff to do is, I think, overall a strength for Lotro, as long as you understand that that is how you're going in, and that's what is there, is not the rush through, but see the sights. But that is also not a gameplay style that is for everybody. And it is also not a style that necessarily holds up for, your 10th, 12th, etc. character.
Might you spare a moment?
Ooh, nice. I always like it when I get Embers of Enchantment out of my delving box. I'm not going to say no to 150 extra embers.
There is much to be done and fewer hands by which to do it.
Okay, so that takes care of those. I don't think I want to do any of the rest of these on this character right now, so I instead am going to bounce over to Andrath. Because one of the delvings today, or one of the missions out of Andrath today, rather, is Net and Glade, and that is another really easy choice for running at the higher difficulty tiers, because
Could I speak with you?
it is a very controllable instance. Because you very much set the pace and how many mobs you're going to pull at a time. The one thing you have to remember in here, though, if you are a lore master or a captain, is generally most of us start by jumping down here. Dismiss your pet before you jump off the cliff, because they like to take the long way around and come back bringing friends with them. So there we go. Pet back out. Rebuffed and good to go. So I ran Net and Glade on, I think, my champ earlier today. And out of all of the cocoons here, I did not have a single orc. They were all rescued victims. I don't think I've ever seen that where none of them have enemies in them. really need to actually pay a little bit more attention to which character I'm on and where their interrupt is on my hotbar, because they are doing Sauron's Grasp today, and that's the one that spawns the whirlwind if I don't interrupt it. And that is just a whole bunch of havoc that I don't want to deal with. Okay, if the pattern fits, this should have an orc in it. Oh, nope, so I'm not on the pattern I thought I was on. So then I don't know what cocoon combo I have today. There should be a stealth spider around here someplace. Man, I'm not getting any of my expected patterns. Normally, there's this creeper here and then a stealth guy right down below him. So I wonder where the stealth guy is. He's probably up there waiting for me to finish and come all the way back. Yeah, I need to actually start Necrom. I think this year, probably sometime in the summer, is when I'm going to dive back into ESO. I tend to do like big chunks where I go hard on ESO for a while and then take breaks. I did not finish Necrom. I don't think I even started Necrom, honestly. I don't think I ever even made an Arcanist, much less leveled one. So I'm probably going to do like Necrom and the new chapter in kind of one go. There we go. I knew I had to get at least one more half-orc in one of these. Okay, so do I have a stealth spider in this cliff face area here? That would make... There we go. This dude was just all the way over here waiting for me. Yeah, because, you know, I have so much... Oh, there we go. I got 2 stealth ones here. Like, I want to get back into ESO and go through some of the content that I haven't had the chance to yet, especially with the new stuff coming out. I want to get back into Final Fantasy because I am still in the post-Shadowbringers, but pre-new expansion content. So I want to, you know, get in and make some progress on that. Just so many games, you know? And with the time commitment that MMOs tend to be, it's like, okay, you can really only do so many of them at any given time. I want to get back into Guild Wars 2 and make more progress on unlocking my Sky Scale and working towards getting my first Legendary built, because I was starting that earlier. Another one that's just one of those, it has to wait until it gets rotated back in.
What do you need?
Okay, this chest has a bunch of crap.
What can I do for you?
So, none of the rest of these I particularly want to run, but I think there are a couple more in Hearn and Clegger that are good, because if Net and Glade is up, then Hearn and Clegger I think both have some decent ones. And that has me almost back up to 5,000 embers, which is good. Because a teal gearbox is 3,500, so I've already got enough to get one more. And closing in on being able to do another. So
Might you spare
the
the moments of your
handout
time?
is a good solid one, because this is just a straight up get in and kill some orcs. Might be a bit of a pain in the narrow confines that some of these fights are in with today's malices. So it actually kind of remains to be seen how this one goes. I think just with how many clutch of flies puddles that these guys are dropping really quickly and right on top of each other, this might get messy in here if I'm not careful on how I position things. So I'm going to send the archer in to say hi first. See, that double cloud like that is nasty. And again, if this was one of my other characters, I would generally have more mitigations to be able to stand through more of that. But even though I am a heavy armor character, this is a very old character from back in previous traits, so I've been slowly working on getting all their stuff back up to full par. Pulled a bit earlier than I want. Those, like, double clouds right off the bat and then a third, that's cheating. And then you're going to Sauron's Grasp from all the way over here, which I can't get to. Oh, but the archer took him out for me. Nice. So with Guild Wars 2, I take it then that you've been kind of playing it in order. If you bought the expansions and then you did Heart of Thorns, which I think is good because the story does progress. Heart of Thorns was a long expansion to go through, just because a lot of the design of traversal through it. Path of Fire is, which is the next expansion in the Guild Wars 2 kind of storyline and chronology, is amazing compared to Heart of Thorns, both for its like story and tone, as well as just it not being a pain to get from place to place and do all the things. So if that's where you are in the game, highly recommend going back at some point in time and playing through Path of Fire and Living World Season 4, which both take place in the same area, because Heart of Thorns had, I think Living World Season 2, I think, led into Heart of Thorns. Living World Season 3, I think, was post Heart of Thorns. Path of Fire and Living World Season 4 kind of were one than another, and they're amazing. But yeah, MMO backlog or game backlog in general, it is real, it's a thing, and it hurts. Like, not even just in MMOs, I have a lot of RPGs and other games that I really want to get to and finish someday, and I'm still backlogged on. because it's like, okay, yeah, you know, I'm playing this as my main, getting through and getting prepped for when we get our dungeon drop next week. Got everything else I play. Then I look at my my backlog of other stuff sitting there staring at me accusingly. Just gonna let some of this damage wear off here. Puddle right into a puddle. Yeah, they are being real jerks with their placement of those today. Thankfully, I landed a couple of nice crits on mine, so I get to come and help the archer quickly. That helped out there a lot. And one more should be in the room down below. Alright, that is this one wrapped. But yeah, Heart of Thorns, I liked a lot of the story. I didn't feel like it had the strongest character writing for a lot of the NPCs, which was kind of a bummer. A lot of things were just kind of hand waved for some characters, and then other characters were just, you know, had really good writing and fit into the story progression really well. Path of Fire, again, really improved on that. I still need to finish the Ended Dragon story, so I am in no way, shape, or form caught up and current in Guild Wars 2, even though, again, you know, I buy the expansions. I also need to be a lot better there about picking a character and sticking with it and getting them properly geared before I move on to, oh, well, this is shiny, I want to try this out. Yeah, that chest didn't have anything particularly good. At this point, it is time to get rid of some garbage. Some of these are going to be stuff I turn in for tasks, but a lot of these I do not care about. Alright, so let's see. Where am I on all of my wrappers? So 11 of 15 on the weekly mission, but that doesn't reset until Thursday. 12 of 15 for any tier delvings. And 8 of 10 for the tier 6 or above. So ideally what I want to find is 2 more good tier 6 delvings. Siege breaking should be good, because again, controllable pulls where I can keep it for the most part to only fighting 2, 3 at tops at a time. Buffs are all still good. Oh, I got the interrupt off there. That is bull. Oh, I'll leave these guys to sit there in the whirlwind while it eats itself out, trying to bounce back and forth between me and the archer. Yeah. Trying to figure out what we're still fighting, but it turns out that this dude snuck up on us from behind. And my archer had him. All right, catch up, please. There you go. Alright, that's much better. That's more like the way those pulls are supposed to go. Yeah, I will happily let you get off the poison arrow attack so long as you're not doing Sauron's grasp. I will let you do your entire cast bar and get that one off. Alright, now for the fun. Does the archer follow me up all the steps? Or do they go around the stupid way? They do like to do that on some of these steps, is rather than coming up with me, go all the way around and up the steps on the other side. And sit here and wait out all of those. There we go. Heal off, cleanse off. Wait until I have a bit more health. Especially because that soldier is walking all the way here, and I think he comes all the way to this platform. So I might just wait for him and set an ambush. Much better. One soldier out of the way. And I don't have to worry about the guy down below us coming up the stairs, because he already came and snuck up on the archer when we were fighting that first group. So that's clear. And I'll just start in on the soldier there. Have the archer soften him up. Or damn near outright kill him. Okay, so this set of stairs here is terrible for pets and companions. Yep, there she goes. Nope, come on. Come back around this side. And just going to dismiss the archer and resummon up here. Gonna keep that complicated stairs thing from getting in the way. Okay, destroy this last siege tower, and this one is done.
Megovanen.
Let's see what was in the chest. Ooh, awesome. So that was actually a really good result from my delving chest, as it gave me one of these Seafarer's Flickering Essence boxes. So these give the purple level 514 essences. So getting one of those for free is nice. They're not like an oh god massive numbers upgrade over the standard yellow ones that are like these here. Like the normal level 508 yellows is 2246 physical mitigation, for example. The purple one is probably only a couple hundred more physical mit, but that's still, it's more. And that one was a freebie.
What can
so
I do?
I will take it. Skip all the rest of those there. And bounce over to Clegger, because Clegger should have one more that I can run at tier 6 to finish off that wrapper right there. And that'll be nice because that will give me... Come on, load please. That'll give me not only some delving writs to blow on cheap potions, because there's nothing else to use them for right now, but that's 500 more embers, a legendary and a teal item room, and 1,000 virtue XP. So that is a good wrapper to finish. Into the pits should be a good one. Go play with the wargs. Yeah, I have not gone back. I know that they were running the expanded weapon testing for a while. I haven't gone back and played that either in the testing, like when they gave beta characters to play with, or live. I've been waiting for that to settle out a little bit, but it looks like there's some really cool combos out there. Let's see. I need all my food and my token refreshed. And I will not do the thing that I frequently forget to do on either of the missions that happens here and just go straight up the hill without coming down and taking care of the lower part first. I never, ever do that. this is where I have potential trouble with just the 3 mobs, but I think I've got things under control. There's 2 pulls in this particular mission that can be hairy, pun fully intended, because they're wargs. And that was one of them. This next pull up at the top of the hill is the other one because it is pretty much an unavoidable 3 warg pull. So depending on what the particular malices are for the day, if they're ones that stack or that buff nearby enemies or things like that, 3 pulls can be either not a big deal or a really big deal. This is probably going to be someplace in the middle. So I'm going to make sure I have cooldowns available. Hopefully I can get a defeat response off. There we go. Stun. Just to stop these guys from doing anything stupid. And got him before he got his Grasp of Sauron off. Yeah, I was seeing, I think I was either, I can't remember who was playing around with it when I was watching, but I was watching either Teapot or Muckluck playing around with early tests of the Quarterstaff Warrior, and it was like broken levels of good. I imagine they might have tuned it down a little bit, but I think it's a really cool design. Oh, which howl did you get off? Please tell me it wasn't the grab everyone around you howl. I don't want to deal with that. Nope, it was the fear effect howl. Good. That I can just cleanse off. So that should largely be it as far as anything in here being too hairy. Down at the bottom, depending on how the mobs are clumped, it might be another 3 pull, but it's usually one that's a lot more controllable than that. So I'm not terribly worried. So I should have the last named down at the bottom and either 1 or 2 buddies. Yep, it's 2, but this guy's all the way off here by himself, which means I can bring him up here and turn the 3 enemies down there into 2 discrete pulls. And that is that. Purge some of this crap off me and check in with the scout and get the heck out of Dodge. And this is the last T6 delving. I need to finish that wrapper up.
What do you need?
See if I get any luck on this chest as well. Nah. box of junk crafting gems, which I don't really care about.
Is there something I can do for you?
But important thing is, it finishes up this wrapper quest here for 500 more embers, a couple of nice runes, which is going to be good because next week, along with update 39, we are slated to have the next increase in our LIs going from 515 to 520. So having enough runes to bump everything up, like this character's LIs, obviously I have not been keeping up on leveling, but being able to basically have enough runes to take all of your LI slots that you might have capped on other characters straight up to the new 520 cap is going to be huge. Okay, so don't think any of these need to be opened before they rot. Just want to double check. Do I have any delving boxes that are going to rot? Nope. And put gear back into shared storage, because that will wrap the captain. And let's see, who all is on and running today? Oh, looks like Vala's on. So I'm going to go ahead and at the very least take a break, mostly because I'm going to be playing again later this evening and I want time to cook dinner before it's kid night. So gonna go ahead and bounce people over to Vala, see what she's doing. Yeah, thanks everybody for stopping in. Oh, and of course, Twitch being Twitch, let's do that again. Seriously. Silly Twitch.